What's up, everybody? This is Scarcasm. I'm Crucial Chase, and that's Scarfinger. And we in here.
We are.
We are. The not anymore youth of the nation.
Yeah. So, this is probably going to be a very short show.
Or it becomes the longest show we've ever recorded. We just record until like 1 o'clock in the morning. And everybody's cheering. No, they're like, encore, encore. They start taking their shirts off.
That's not going to happen. Not today. Not at all.
You're like, not today.
I mean, well,
You know I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
I said, have a weird of your fans.
Well, it's better than having no view of my fans.
Okay.
Which is what we have because our podcast, we don't see our fans.
Okay. You seem to have a lot going on today.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the whole fam over, ain't you?
We got welcome to the podcast. We have Amber. We have Nicole. My dad's in the other room watching Star Trek.
Star Trek?
Mm-hmm.
Is he watching like one of the new movies or just throwback?
He's watching the original series with Captain Kirk from the 60s.
I don't think I've ever watched too much of the original series. I think my Star Trek is the Next Generation, I guess you would say. I watched a few episodes of that, but I was never really what you would call a fan. It's just sometimes it would be on, and you're just like, well, I'm not really doing anything else. So let's Star Trek it. I did watch. I watched the first of the new movies. I really like the Next Generation movies. I really dug those a lot, especially like Generations. I really like Generations, but other than that, I don't think I have an extensive Star Trek knowledge.
Have you seen the like reboot Star Trek movies?
I've seen the first one. I don't think I've seen anything after the first one.
I mean, they're decent. I mean, I thought the first one was pretty good, but the second one, I mean, I don't think it's bad. It's just very summer blockbuster movie, which I don't really see Star Trek as summer blockbuster. You know what I mean? So it don't feel like Star Trek.
Yeah, I actually started watching. Well, I've watched and finished The Boys. And the guy who plays Bones in the newer Star Trek movies is he's a main character in that. And I kept saying, like, why do I know this guy? Other than knowing him from like the was it the Chronicles of Riddick movie?
It's been a long time.
Yeah, I really like Chronicles of Riddick. I actually have it. I actually have that on HD DVD.
I actually like the game. I thought the game was pretty decent.
I tried the game, and you know, at the time when that game came out, was it Escape from Butcher Bay? When that came out, like that was like the most fantastic thing that anyone has ever seen. So it was. I tried it, but you know me, I don't really dig sneaking.
Right? Yeah, they're sneaking.
So, and that's a lot of sneaking. So I just kind of, I don't know. It just didn't. I guess
I don't think it's as great as people made it out to be, but I still think it's a good game. I think what kind of threw people and they were like, "Wow, this is really good," is that you normally don't think a video game based on the Chronicles of Riddick is going to be, you know, A tier list. You know what I mean?
Right. Like it was like it's actually going to be anything because like the whole Chronicles of Riddick thing in the beginning is just kind of weird.
Yeah.
And just not. You know, a lot of people just didn't really dig it, especially like people dug Pitch Black, but they didn't really dig Chronicles of Riddick that much.
Right.
Because like Chronicles of Riddick tried to build a mythology around him, which was just kind of weird. It was all just super weird.
With him with a big old beard.
Yeah, just all of it was just kind of, I don't know, like just not really what you would like is it was good for a movie. I don't know how good it would be for a franchise type deal.
Right.
So yeah, but I really did like The Boys. They changed a whole lot from the comic books, but I really dug how they did it.
Cool.
And it was over fast. It's only 8 episodes.
Yeah, I've been meaning to check it out.
Yeah, so it was just one of those things. It just came out on Friday, and I think I finished it on Saturday. I think I watched I watched like at least the first 5 episodes on Friday. I ain't had nothing else better to do, to be honest.
Right.
But yeah, so that happened. I didn't really do very much else. Not really very much at all, to be honest. That's why I said, like, this is probably going to be a really short show because I really don't have very much to talk about at all, other than the fact that I hate I-95. It is the worst place ever when you have to do any kind of traveling in Northern Virginia. It is the absolute worst place ever.
Do they actually, like, keep it up pretty good in Virginia? Because down here, it's like, well, I guess compared to 40, it just seems like a back road. Like, it's real bumpy and, like, not really that maintained.
No, it's pretty well maintained, but it's just there's always traffic. Like it's extremely rare for you to be on 95 and not just come to a complete stop or slow down. I did on the way back I went to pick up my daughter. She went to camp for a week. And on the way back, like for most of the time, I was doing an average of like 25. And then they took me off the interstate a couple of times and brought me to take me around places where it was really bad, but that wasn't any better. Like, so,
well,
like,
I mean,
sometimes
if you're doing an average of 25 in traffic, I mean, that's doing pretty good.
that's an average of 25. So that means there's times where it's not moving at all.
Right.
So it's just kind of like the worst place to be type deal.
Right. Yeah, I played, been playing more Fallout 3. That's really all I've been playing. We were thinking about doing like a kind of a communal party game type scenario of Life is Strange, but we haven't done it yet.
The original or the new one?
Yeah, the original. I don't have the new one, but it's all out yet, so I don't really want to get it until it's all out anyway.
Yeah, I watched my daughter play through it. And I mean, it was cool to watch. I don't think it would be something that I would want to play. You know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those things where it was like, I told her that she could play, but she could only play if I was watching, just so I was there, just in case those uncomfortable moments happened and like, you need an adult to explain this.
Right.
But like the worst part about it, the worst thing that happened went completely over her head and I didn't have to explain anything. So it was just one of those things. But I thought it was cool. I thought the ending was dumb. Like the ending was like really dumb, super dumb. Like it was.
Well, I'll tell you, I didn't really see it coming. So
I did. I was like, this is stupid. Like the choice that you have to make at the ending of Life is Strange is way worse than the Mass Effect choice. It was just really dumb, and I was just not a fan. But yeah, I mean, other than like I played some more NBA Live, but you know, I'm just trying to level up a character, so I'm just kind of doing way too much over there when I do get to play something. So like, I haven't really done much else since. I mean, other than that,
cool, man.
I haven't done really anything else. Like, it's just been like, you know, just watching TV until I pass out on the couch.
Yeah, remember when I was like, we're going to finish Stranger Things that night on the last podcast? Yeah, we still haven't done that yet.
Yeah. I haven't even started, so like, you can't really feel bad about that.
Well, I mean, I just said we were supposed to be doing that, but yeah, nothing too much has really happened this week other than, you know, things that are
Yeah, I'm going to be picking up. I want to start watching Good Omens. I said I was going to start it, and then like I was waiting for The Boys, and then The Boys came out, and I was like, you know what? I will wait, and I will watch Good Omens after.
Sounds
Uh,
good.
it's, an, it's another Amazon show. For people who don't know, it's about the apocalypse, and an angel and a demon have misplaced the Antichrist. They don't really want the world to go away, so they are teaming up to try to find the Antichrist.
Right. Oh, I did watch a movie, but it wasn't anything that's like new or that I haven't seen before. You know there is a free to watch IMDb. IMDb has their own streaming service, but it's free.
Really?
Yeah.
When that happened?
I don't know. I just saw it on my Fire Stick, and I was like, "Oh, I'll check out what movies they got." So I was like, Okay, I'll watch Blue Streak." So I watched Blue Streak, and the thing about these streaming services that have ads, and Hulu's not no different. To where when you're watching a movie on the TV, and they have ad block, they will start the ad block during a transition to where, because in movies they have like the reels, and they'll actually fade out and fade into another reel, and they'll kind of put their ads in those spots to where it actually seems like the movie's fading out for a commercial. On these streaming services,
So this thing is
it just like fucking, oh, here's an ad right in the middle of a conversation in a scene. There is no like,
well, no, Hulu is not like that. Usually the ads are in transitions.
oh, okay.
Even for like the Hulu shows or like any other, the shows that are on TV, you already know where those transitions are. But it's never like in the middle of a conversation or anything like that.
Yeah, there was an ad block in the middle of the conversation that Martin Lawrence was having with the two cops on the road in Mexico. And all of a sudden they were just talking, basically the end of the movie, and like, here's ads right in the middle of this conversation. You're like, wow.
Yeah, see, I don't think I've ever watched a movie on Hulu though. I only know this from the TV shows. TV shows are just fine. I don't think I've ever watched a movie on Hulu.
Well, TV shows are like literally designed to have commercials.
Right.
But
I don't think I've done it because of the ads. So it's all just been TV shows for me
yeah.
on Hulu.
Well, we have a free trial of Hulu again because Hulu has some things that Netflix doesn't.
Yeah, I'm still on my I paid 99 cents a month for a year, and that doesn't run out until November. But see, here's the thing. They have said that Disney Plus is going to be an add-on to Hulu. So I don't necessarily have to get Disney Plus. I just upgrade my Hulu.
Uh-huh.
And I already wanted to do the Hulu without ads, but Jay from the Dream Team told me that there are some things on Hulu that even when you pay for the thing without ads, they still show ads anyway. Like if you try to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or something like that, there's still ads.
Huh.
But he said it's only certain things. I've been wanted to transition to being just completely without ads on Hulu. I actually like some of the Hulu stuff, but I ain't trying to get rid of this 99 cents for a month for a year. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I
So
mean, it depends on what's on the Disney Plus, because I was thinking they could go one of two ways. They could be like literally a streaming service that just has Disney movies, or it can have pretty much because Disney owns so much. So
Yeah, well, they're going to be making TV shows specifically for the service, but the only problem is the only ones that we know about are the Marvel TV shows. So we don't know about any other TV shows like from any of the other universes that they own. I think there might be a Star Wars show or two that they've announced, but I don't think we know very much more than that.
it'd be cool if it had like, for the kids and stuff, and like to where we put some on for the kids, something that like I would actually enjoy watching with them would be like fucking like Tailspin and shit. You know what I mean? Like the Saturday morning cartoon type Disney shit would be kind of cool for them to have.
Hell yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I watched Tailspin while it was on, but I didn't. But at that time, I had not seen the Jungle Book, and I didn't realize that these are just Jungle Book characters.
Right.
That they just put them. They just took the same characters and they put them into a different setting.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I mean, maybe it's just me. Like I didn't really watch the Jungle Book until the most recent one where they actually use CG and all of that other stuff. I'd never seen the Jungle Book, to be honest. Never cared. I did like Tailspin, but I had never cared at all. There's a few Disney movies that I haven't seen. I don't think I've ever really sat down and really gave like Aladdin a run. So like when this new Aladdin came out, I was just like, whatever. Like I don't really care. Like I didn't really care about Aladdin before, so I'm not really going to care about Aladdin now.
Right.
And that's just how
Jungle Book had some catchy songs though. Like they get stuck in your fucking head.
I don't think I'm ever gonna really care. I mean,
getting something being catchy doesn't. You don't have to care. You can get a fucking chewing gum commercial stuck in your head if it's catchy enough. You know what I mean? Don't mean you care about it.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm interested to see what other content that they have. I would love to have a place where I can see all of the Marvel movies and shit in one place.
That would be
because like
really cool.
Right now they're all kind of spread out. Like some people have it to rent, but not necessarily to just watch if you have the service and stuff like that. I would really like to just do a full on MCU watch.
Yeah, I need to, because there's some that I haven't seen and some that I haven't seen in forever. I haven't seen Iron Man in forever. So, I mean, I remember the movie, but it'd be cool just to start from Iron Man, just to go through, you know?
I watched Iron Man with my girl like months ago, but she kept falling asleep. I don't think she was into it. And I was going to do the whole Marvel movie rewatch thing. But like, I just kind of put a halt to that because it was like, if you keep falling asleep on Iron Man, like, whew, Captain America is going to be the worst. You know what I mean? Like Captain America to me was like, I mean, a lot of people love Captain America, but I did not like it at all. Like, I
heard a lot of people, like the first Cap movie, people were like, but a lot of people like Winter Soldier. Like the other
people really love Winter Soldier. I just kind of like, I want to see superheroes. I don't want to see espionage. And that's kind of how I felt about it. Like, this is all like, is basically a spy movie. Not necessarily what I was here to see, I guess. Like,
well, it's kind of, I mean, yeah, I can get that, but it is kind of cool that, like, through the movies, it's kind of changing up a little bit to where it's not the same thing. Superheroes beating bad guys, superhero beating bad guys. You know what I mean?
No, I want to see superheroes beat bad guys. That's what I'm here for. I mean, like that's what we here for. That's why we keep tuning into all of these superhero movies. Like we want to see superheroes beat people up. Like that is the whole point of this. Like I didn't want to see spy shit. Like and I know that I'm like the exception and I'm not the rule.
I think you would really dig One Punch Man if you got a dub.
I watched the first season.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I finished it.
Oh, cool.
And so I finished that. I watched it. It was cool. I thought it was all right. A lot of people are disappointed by the current episodes. I guess it's airing somewhere. It's not on Hulu. I watched it on Hulu.
Right.
But I know people have talked about being disappointed in the most recent episodes, but ain't nothing I haven't seen anything yet, and I just think it's funny.
Yeah,
it's actually kind of funny. Like it's just kind of turns all of this anime shit on its head, and is in that aspect is interesting. It's just kind of like, I would say it's kind of like how I feel about The Boys. The Boys is basically turning all of this superhero shit on its head because The Boys is set in a world where superheroes are basically the celebrities of this world. and behind the scenes, they're all assholes.
So it's kind of like My Hero Academia, but like they're all assholes.
No. This is worse. Like, like the main superheroes are pretty much the villains.
Huh.
Like do you know anything about The Boys at all?
Not really.
Okay, so it starts with a guy named Huey. He's just kind of like just an absolute nobody, and he's kind of a pushover. And he's standing outside talking to his girlfriend, and one of the superheroes, who is basically like the Flash or Quicksilver of this world, basically just plows through his girlfriend. Well, I mean, and then he lies about it because, of course, the superheroes in this world are assholes. So he lies about it, and he basically says, "Well, she was in the middle of the street," and he was just like, "No, we were standing on the fucking sidewalk. You just plowed through my girlfriend," and then like, it's this whole thing. It's really weird, and then like the biggest, baddest superhero, whatever, is like an allegory for like Captain America and Superman if they were complete dicks. Like I mean, like this guy is a complete asshole. But like he plays it up in public, but like the real dude is such an asshole. And so basically, a guy who had a similar, had something else happen to him as a result of the superheroes. He contacts the main guy, Huey, and they decide to try to fight back against the superheroes. And it's very different from the comics, but I really like the direction that they went in. And it's a really good watch.
Cool. So is it sort of like The Watchmen a little bit? Because The Watchmen kind of did that whole like.
It kind of has some Watchmen to it, but with actual superheroes. Because most of the Watchmen were just regular people in suits.
Yeah.
But this it has a little bit of that Watchmen feel to it. But it's like, it's really dark. Like it's really, really dark. And even like the comics are way worse. Way, way worse. But they toned it down a lot for the TV show. I think as a thing it just works. Who
is it through? Is it through like Dark Horse or
I think The Boys was originally
Image?
It was originally on somewhere else, but it was so fucked up they got rid of it. Hold on. I'm just going to look this up because it's Garth Ennis, and like Garth Ennis has said on several occasions that he does not he does not like superheroes. So yeah. Oh, okay. So it was originally published by Wildstorm, which I believe Wildstorm is an imprint of DC. I believe Wildstorm is like is one of the pieces of DC. Yeah, DC is the parent company to Wildstorm. But it was a little bit too rough for Wildstorm, so they were like, yeah, we're gonna have to get rid of this shit. And then Dynamite picked it up.
Oh, Dynamite. Okay.
So only the first 6 episodes are on Wildstorm. The rest of it is on Dynamite. So, but yeah, they have a Humble Bundle. I don't know how long this Humble Bundle is going to be, but they do have like all of the graphic novels for The Boys and some of the other Garth Ennis stuff. It's only 1 day left, so like by the time people get this, it's probably going to be closing. But you can get all of the actual comics on the Humble Bundle right now.
Cool.
Yeah. I thought about trying to do it, but there's this guy who has been releasing these videos basically explaining everything that happens in these graphic novels. He's done like the first 4 already. So I'm like, well, what's the point of me buying this if someone is just going to fucking read it to me? Or at least, like tell me exactly what happened in all of these graphic novels. Like, what's the point of me even doing the Humble Bundle? You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But I am interested. I'm interested in, like, the Humble Bundle seems cool, but like, am I going to sit down and actually read some comics? Don't know.
You have a e-reader of any sort?
I used to have several that I use, like, on my tablets and my phones and such. That's how I read a lot of The Walking Dead back in the day. Just reading the stuff on my phone. And, I had a couple of apps that were pretty cool. And then, like, I was going to start putting stuff on my iPad because I didn't really use my iPad for very much. And Jaybird, rest in peace, Jaybird, actually suggested an app for me to use. And I just completely forgot which app he was telling me to use. And then I never really got back to my iPad because I had an iPad too. And it was already pretty long in the tooth. So.
Right.
But yeah. I don't think I have anything else. Do you have anything else? Because I don't really have anything else.
No.
Like I said, I figured this is probably going to be a really short show. I think in preparation for August, we already got our signups. Is everything booked?
Everything except for the one that's coming right up is booked. We
okay.
We have on the 12th. I mean, all this is tentative if someone has to call out or whatever.
No, I wouldn't put it out there.
Well, okay, on the 12th we have people. On the 19th we have people. Maybe there's a spot that's sort of open. It's sort of penciled in, and then on 26th we're booked. But on the 5th there's still an open spot.
Okay, all right. So if you're interested in August, holla at your boys. And I think that's pretty much it for us. Like, we just, I like I said, I just didn't really have very much else going on, like, other than like work stuff, which, like, no one wants to hear about my work stuff. Like, it's not. Look, my work stuff now is more about, like, my coworkers and not necessarily about the customers like it used to be when I was in storage.
Right.
Like, when I was in storage, it was all about the customers. But, like, now it's just like me and my coworkers and all of my customers I talk to on the phone. So it's not really, like, very much to talk about because I don't have crazy people that just walk in the office very often these days. So that's the thing. So I think that's it for us.
Yeah.
So yeah. Short show in preparation for August. I'm going to have way more. I'm probably going to have some more stuff to talk about when August starts, because there are some things that I do want to try to catch some Marvel movies that I haven't seen. I think it's 2 of them that I haven't seen. I haven't seen Captain Marvel, and I have not. Well, no, I haven't seen Captain Marvel. I haven't seen the new Spider-Man. And I never got around to Iron Man 3. I may try to get the Iron Man 3 and Captain Marvel out of the way by next show.
I never saw Iron Man 3 because at the time everyone hated it.
Yes. Very, very, very much so. So I'm going to try to do at least 2 of those. I'm going to try to do, at least one of those will be done by the next show. I've been sit down and actually do Captain Marvel for quite some time, and every time I say I'm going to do it, something else happens, and just life kind of gets in the way. But I'm going to get that done this week at some point, and at the very least, we'll have that to talk about. And we also, at some point, need to discuss why you cut all your hair off.
Just felt like it.
You look like you just went to boot camp,
or it looks like. I don't know.
You were gonna say you look like a skinhead, and then you realized that wasn't the thing to say.
No, I was like, I look like I'm about ready to fuck shit up, and then I thought that you might have, I don't know.
Yeah, like
You might have put the two and two together. But not all skinheads are racist.
For real?
Yeah. There's the, you never heard of Sharp? Skinheads Against Racial Prejudice?
No, I've never heard of them at all. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, the whole thing is that, I researched this back in the day, but, the whole thing is that the original skinheads, like, weren't anywhere part of, like, neo-Nazis. They were actually, like, due to, like, listening to soul music and reggae it was like a Jamaican thing. And, like, the neo-Nazis just kind of, like, took the style. So you'll hear, like, Trojan or trad, like, TRAD. That means, like, traditional skinhead. But, all that's, like, associated with Sharp and all that stuff.
Huh. I guess you learn something new every day, I guess.
And they're, like, super into, like, 1960s and 70s soul and shit.
I've never heard of this shit ever. I'm at this point, I'm wondering if you just made that shit up, because I have never heard of this shit ever. But like, I was okay. So that, I guess now we have to all do research. So like, good luck with the research there, buddies. So like all right, so we're going to wrap this thing up. Thank y'all for, checking your boys out. Make sure you come back for August, where, we still have a slot open for the first day, which is, you said the 5th?
Yeah.
We still have a slot open for the 5th, and that's going to kick off our August festivities. And yeah, until then, for the homie Chase, I'm Scarfinger. This is Sarcasm. Peace out to the Warriors, yo.
Later.
I like that shit, yeah, boy. Yeah, I'm telling you, Whoa. Alright, I ain't gonna talk.